was tired of living like that. I wanted to get out of debt. There's a couple tools that I recommend. That's why I'm honestly documenting this whole process. I want you to see the exact steps of how we got there. All right, we're gonna do our year in review. We're gonna talk about how I went from 30K in debt to net worth positive. My goal is to eventually get to $100,000 net worth, which would be like my base, especially as I'm preparing for a family here in the next couple years with my wife. And then eventually I want to get that base up to $1 million, the net worth of $1 million. My end goal, kind of where my financial, this is where I'm stretching my mind to, is $90 million net worth. And I recognize that my financial freedom number is before that. So it would be around 3-4 million invested, producing side income and an annual income of about $100,000 to $200,000 a year. That would be absolutely life-changing, incredible. And honestly, it's just an exciting goal to be working towards. So that's where I share it. And this year, I had a lot of progress. I got to my goal a lot quicker than I thought on just a very meager salary with some side income that I'm going to be sharing today. And I'm going to be sharing exactly what I did quarter by quarter, how I got there. Since this is the first year review that I'm doing and breaking it down, I'm going to start from when I very first started tracking. So first of all, right now I'm recording this as of January 2025. In summer 2023, it's when I first decided that I do not want to be in the situation I was in anymore, right? I needed to change. I was in major debt. I had student loan debt, credit card debt, car loan when I first got married with my wife. It was very, very stressful, and I was tired of living like that. I wanted to get out of debt and make good money to feel comfortable, to be able to do the things that I want to do in life, to have more time. I was always working odd jobs. When I was in college, I had 3 part-time jobs, and I was just getting sick of that not having enough feeling. This is really important because wherever you are on your journey, you have to come to a decision point. If anything is really going to change, you have to decide what it is you're going to change and determine if it is a must for you, if you're going to make it happen. That is extremely important. So my journey began in summer 2023 when I was doing van life with my wife. We went all the way up the West Coast, up to Seattle. On this journey, there was lots of time to listen to podcasts and watch Netflix together. There's a couple tools that I recommend that helped me. These are things that really started changing my mindset on money. The first thing is I watched the show How to Be Rich on Netflix. That show inspired me to open my first Vanguard account, to actually start investing, to open a Roth IRA, which is an individual retirement account, which I did not know anything about before, but just seeing it in action and seeing other youth, other people taking these steps as Ramit helped them, it was very cool. So I definitely recommend watching that on Netflix or listening to Ramit on his podcast or reading his book, I Will Teach You to Be Rich. So good. What I love about his style of teaching is that he's helping you focus on what does your rich life look like? You know, really starting to actually picture what is life out of debt and having a good flow of income. What does that actually look like for you? It really got my wife and I starting to talk about it, and it really helped me to take those first steps. All right, another book that I read while on the road was The Little Book of Investing by the founder of Vanguard. Also really helped me start understanding the principles behind investing and also how to not be a gambler in investing where you're just picking stocks and investing into random ones or ones that you think are going to do well, and then they end up going up high and then going down low, and you have all this emotional turmoil as you're going through it. No, it's like it's more of a long game, and you can really mitigate risk and secure your future with that principle of compound interest by just investing in simple index funds. I'll talk more about in another video how it works, what exactly to do, but this was my first introduction to that, and was a game changer. That summer, I also read Unbreakable by Tony Robbins. He really just cemented that whole feeling of investing in index funds is your best bet. Like, do not overcomplicate this process or trying to gamble your way there. Just wait and watch it grow. In that book, he also shares a quote by Warren Buffett, who's a very famous investor. And he shares a quote by Warren Buffett on why other investors don't want to invest like him. Most people don't want to get rich slowly. And that quote hit me. I was like, what? Yeah. I don't mind getting rich slowly. It's okay. And so that's why I'm honestly documenting this whole process and sharing things as I go, because I want you to see the exact steps of how we got there. So remember, I started at 30K in debt. This summer, I was specifically at 28K and it was about to get higher. So even though I was starting to listen to things and get my mind wrapped around these concepts, it wasn't until the fall of 2023 that I actually took action.